my dad told
me. You
checked
checked yourself into where?
Into a hospital in Clarksville or whatever.
Mental hospital?
It was a hospital. I wanted to get a mental evaluation.
Okay.
You know, because I was suffering from paranoia. I was extremely paranoid. I felt like everybody was out to get me. I felt like everybody had ulterior motives. And so I ended up checking myself in like New Year's Eve. I thought I would be going to the hospital, having a conversation and coming out of it. My family didn't tell me, hey, if you check yourself in and they look at you like you need help, you can't leave until they tell you can leave. So me already being paranoid, I feel like I was set up again on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
So they told you couldn't leave?
Yeah, they definitely told me I couldn't leave because I actually was suffering from mental illness at the time. I actually was suffering.
You remember calling me?
Yeah, I remember calling you. I remember calling people every day because I felt like I was kidnapped. Because I was sane enough to talk my way out of a situation, or I was sane enough to, walk and do regular people stuff, but the battle was up here. So I was strong enough to keep the battle in my head and not really try to get it to affect my mindset, well, what I was doing outward in the world, but it was slowly getting worse and that's what really led up to going to jail. But so pretty much to sum that up, I went to the hospital, they kept me, they evaluated me, and then they ended up sending me off to a home in Chattanooga for a minute, and I was up there for about a week, 2 weeks.
So you were sent from
the hospital to an actual place.
Crazy home.
Yeah.
With people crazy, screaming, padded rooms, everything.
It wasn't a padded room as much as it was just like a facility, I'll say.
I'm saying they had padded rooms in that facility.
They probably did. I'm pretty sure they probably did. But, I mean...
How was that? Because nobody sees that. Nobody sees what's in the crazy home. Nobody knows what they going through in them walls.
Yeah.
What is that?
So the thing is with that right there is that when I was dealing with that, when I went to the crazy home up there in Chattanooga, it was really, I could have enjoyed it a lot more if I knew when I was getting home. The reason that I couldn't enjoy it and connect with those people, because I did connect with the people that was there, but the reason I couldn't really enjoy it because it was like, y'all can't give me a date on when I'm going home. And then I'm over here worried about, like, dang, I don't want them to write me off from society. You know what I'm saying? Where he just unfit to work, unfit to do this, unfit to do that. So it was just like, man, I was fighting for my life. So me feeling like I'm fighting for my life at that point, because I was like, man, I'm not trying to get thrown away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they kidnapped you and threw you in the system.
So that's how I felt like I was getting thrown away. So I ended up, I wasn't giving them anything. I was telling them, hey, I'm fine. I wasn't giving them anything. And I just ended up telling them, like, okay, I smoked something, and this has been happening. So I ended up telling them the truth and stuff like that and what I was going through. And they had just told me that it was a drug psychosis. They gave it as a drug psychosis and sent me back. But they really did that because, that situation wouldn't have helped me. Me being put in a crazy home, being in fear for my life, and what I say my life, I'm not fear of death, but I'm in fear of just never getting out or doing a bid for not committing a crime. You know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like being in that situation. Mm-hmm. Being held against your will and you being sane enough to know what you want to eat, take a shower, clean yourself, and live everyday life, and even go to work. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't okay, looking back on it.